Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Giacomo and I'm here today to show you how to add a special formatted blog page to your Google site. So first you're going to go to my.boisestate.edu. And once you're logged in, you're going to navigate to Google Workspace. Once you're in Google Workspace, you're going to go to the little box of circle icons and scroll down until you get to, or navigate around until you get to Google Sites and click on that. Once you get to Google Sites, hopefully this is what you see, and I'm just going to click on a portfolio template to demonstrate this process. So you'll see that we have a blank portfolio template. I'm just going to put my name in here. All right, I've updated this little text box, and I'm not going to bother updating any of the other items in here right now, but they're pretty easy to update. You just click on one and you can crop it, edit it, replace the image, lots of different things. But for now, I assume that you're all inside of your Google site by now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to this left menu area and I'm going to click on Pages. I'm going to go down and click on Add. I'm going to title this page something that I would want employers to see. So I'll write down instructional design examples. And I think it's important to choose your title carefully in case you don't want to write all blog posts. Then you can write down examples. However, if you want to showcase other types of work, you might title examples or assets or samples or whatever floats your boat. So I'm going to click Done. And now you'll see that there is an instructional design examples page that's been added to my portfolio. So if I go back to Insert, we can choose a nice layout so that when we get to this page, people know where they are, and it's all very fluid. And we'll title this Instructional Design Examples. And your subtitle could be anything, although you might choose, for example, a date when you started posting them. So I'll start by saying January 2022 through present, right? So that way the reader gets a little context about when they were starting to be developed. And if you go back to this left-hand side, you'll see that there's this item called Collapsible Group. So this is a really nice item because it allows you to hide and reveal content. It makes your site feel a little bit lighter and more well-organized. So I will click on that. And you can then use these items that are collapsible to showcase blog entries, for example. So if you wanted to start your first ID asset as a blog post, which is totally not required, you can choose any type of number of assets to do. You could do an infographic, you could do a micro learning, you could do a video, right? But I would title it something relevant so that the reader knows what it's for. Also makes it easier for me to grade. So that might be something like a number 1 would clue me in that was your first asset, and then a content sensitive title. So my first asset, I'm going to choose to do a blog post. So I will title it, and I'll make it to be about performance-based training. Now I can come back later and make it a little bit more creative, but for now that's my working title. And I will put in a little bit of test text to show you what it looks like. So now when people come to your ID asset repository, they'll see hopefully an image, because that always draws the reader in. It's great to put images. Here we go. There we go. It doesn't need to be so large. I like the way that looks a little bit better. And you can keep on going going this route. That's one approach. Another approach some people like to do, is very modern, is to add on an image that goes to a web page. And then that web page has the asset on it. So that's another way to go if you'd like to, although it's not required. The collapsible items are certainly much faster and easier to create. Maybe my second post is my instructional design process infographic. Because again, you don't need to do a blog post, right? You can do anything. You can make an infographic in Canva and then upload it and post it to your ID asset repository. The sky is pretty much the limit, like I said in my in the overview. So please do, if you're questioning or wondering, reach out and propose an idea, and I'll be happy to share some feedback or insight with you about that. The last step of this process is to publish your web page. If you don't click on that publish button, I'm not going to be able to see the content that you added when you submit your asset. So do be sure to click on publish. Make sure that your settings are set appropriately to who you want to be able to see your site, and then click on publish again. All right, so that's all I have for now. I'll see you online. Thanks so much.